Well, this will be a fun one. So, why is pork forbidden in religions? This is the real reason. Like, there's a lot of bullshit on the internet about why it is, but this is the thing that no Arab or Jew or anyone that doesn't eat pork would ever tell you, because they don't know it. Because the people that made these rules were alive like 10,000 years ago or some shit, however long it was. And, well, cannibalism was a lot bigger of a thing then. Some of these people had eaten human flesh. Some of these people had at least been around people that did that. And a common thing in ancient Sumeria, at least, where Abraham was from, was people saying that they were selling you pigs when they were selling you human beings. Like, not as in like a whole animal or whatever, but like barbecue on the side of the street kind of shit. Pulled pork and ribs and that sort of shit. Like, a lot of people don't get that human beings and pigs taste that much alike. They're pretty goddamn close, and they smell like it when you cook it. It's honestly, I was around a fucking plane fire once where 6 people got burned up inside the plane. They were barbecued alive, and I'll never forget that smell because it was delicious. They smelled like the best barbecue you'd ever fucking smelled. And I'll never forget that, man. And I swear, this shit that I'm talking about here, this is the real reason why Jews and Arabs do not eat pork. You know, when, multiple times in history you've been oppressed by empires that ended up feeding you pigs by the bushel, and then eventually you find out that the pig meat is 50-50 shot at being human meat. If you're really against that, like, if you want to eliminate the concern of possibly consuming human flesh, not eating pork is a really fucking good idea. This is where, like, the Soylent Green is people or whatever. Like, yeah, the fucking pork sandwiches might be fucking people. I wouldn't be that worried about that here in the U.S. in the modern day, but, like, maybe we should be. History repeats itself, man. As far as why human beings and pigs taste like one another, it seems to be that both pigs and human beings went through a point in their evolution where they were semi-aquatic. So, like, we were river people, and pigs were, river swine, basically. River, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Like, pigs are kind of their own thing. But the things that turned into whales were not that dissimilar from pigs. They're called deodons, I think. And as a result of this semi-aquatic nature of both species at one point in their existence, they have this subcutaneous layer of fat like a whale does. And yeah, like, where do you think bacon comes from? Now, I would put it to you that bacon is God's food, because bacon is great. And that is my main argument against anyone who's like, pork is bad. Well, bacon is not bad. I hate to tell you that. And because bacon cannot possibly be bad, pork cannot be bad. Okay, I think you should know how to cook pork and know how to handle pork. And I think you should know how to fucking make sure you're getting a pig instead of a human. But, if you chop it fine enough, that's real difficult. Well, this is about it for this video. I think it's interesting that you won't hear this from other people. Most people try to avoid the topic of cannibalism or whatever the fuck it is. Especially when, this is some shit that they aren't allowed to say in schools. This is some shit that the government will not let you, this is some conspiracy-laden shit, man. It really is. If you think about it, the reason why they won't teach what this is really about is on the religious side of things. They tried to forget this shit about, several thousand years ago. I think there was a decision made by Abram that we don't talk about why we have some of the rules we have. Because we have some of the rules we have because of fucking Anunnaki and aliens and, cannibal fucking meat sellers and fucking kind of brings into perspective again on the whole buying some meat on a stick at some bazaar or something like that too. I don't know, man. Lamb or steak or whatever would be a lot more appealing in such a thing than pork. The other reason for why pork wasn't supposed to be eaten is because it has some parasites in it that basically you have to cook it thoroughly. And as a result of that, there's possibly, especially back in the Bronze Age, if you ate pork all the time and you didn't fucking know about the parasites in it, you would pretty rapidly deteriorate because of the parasites. So there's some of that probably in this too. But the real answer is the human being thing, man. I don't think anyone on earth would ever fucking tell you that. But that's the real answer. Well, tell me what you guys think. You agree with me? How many of you have actually been around a human being being cooked? I've never eaten one. I've only ever smelt that shit, the plane wreckage, and talked to some people afterwards that had eaten human flesh in various circumstances, and they all went, "No, you're 110% correct. It tastes and looks like pork." Okay. Well, yeah. So there's a little bit of my own personal shit mixed with talking to other people who are fucked up. But see you guys later.